Good afternoon and welcome to Sunshine Reports. Kunle Ariyo is my name. Governor Loki Aiyedatiwa has approved the appointment of Dr. Olusegun Ategbole as chairman of Ondo State Hospital Management Board. Dr. Ategbole, whose appointment takes immediate effect, replaces Dr. Taiwo Fashionati, the former chairman of the board, who is now secretary to the state government. A distinguished medical practitioner of over 3 decades experience, Dr. Ategbole has worked in various hospitals and health institutions in Nigeria and the United States of America. He hails from Okakoko in Akoko Southwest local government area of Ondo State. The governor charges Dr. Ategbole to deploy his wealth of experience and best efforts towards repositioning the management of healthcare services to the people of the state through the board. The present administration in Ondo State will not relent effort at promoting agriculture, development and food sufficiency towards arresting hunger among the people. Governor Loki Aiyedatiwa, who played host to the state leadership of National Agricultural Land Development Authority, acknowledged the challenges of land clearing, preparation and allocation. Aiyedatiwa reassured of his administration's commitment to collaborating the authority to boost food sufficiency in the state. Government House correspondent Wahab Ankolen completes the story. Lassa fever remains a growing public health concerns in Ondo State as the latest figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention rank the state as having the highest number of confirmed cases nationwide. But the Ondo State government says it is wrapping up efforts to curb the spread of the disease. Blessing Obe has details.
The rising wave of Lassa fever cases across several Nigerian states is triggering renewed concern over public health safety. According to the latest data from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Bauchi, Edo, Taraba, Ebonyi, and Ondo states account for about 91% of all confirmed cases recorded this year. Ondo State alone accounts for 31%, making it one of the worst hit in the country. Despite the figures, the Ondo State government insists it is not relenting in efforts to contain the disease. Speaking on the development, the special advisor to the governor on health, Simidele Odimayo, said several proactive measures, including the establishment of treatment centers across the state, are being taken. He also spoke about ongoing sensitization campaigns discouraging residents from exposing food items to contamination and educating the public on safe food storage practices.
Ondo State is considered the epicenter because the state government is responsible to the people towards eradicating and controlling the disease. In addition to that, the State Executive Council in the last council meeting has approved a research activity that will lead to sustained control that will lead to eradication of Lassa fever in Ondo State. So the State Executive Council has approved that, and work is about to start on step-up researches that can be able to bring about control that can lead to eradication. But even at the continuous level, the state is constantly doing active case search, active treatment, acute case search, and treatment of cases. So we have activity going on in order to reduce the cases.
In a related development, the Edo State government has confirmed an outbreak of dengue fever, with 86 cases reported across several local government areas. Reacting to this, the Ondo State government said it is closely monitoring the situation to prevent a similar outbreak within its borders.
It's another viral hemorrhagic fever, sort of, and the zone peculiarity is transmitted by mosquito. So usually for dengue fever, it is about early detection and treatment, and the state is really doing a lot about that. We have already informed and we are educating our people across the coast, across our borders, to be able to identify dengue fever and be able to promptly refer them for treatment. But we don't have cases in the state as at present. So we are making effort because dengue fever is like a typical viral infection that is associated with body pains, with fever, with headaches, and so many other complications can result from it, leading to hemorrhagic manifestation.
As concerns grow, health experts are urging the public to maintain proper hygiene, avoid contact with rodents, and seek immediate medical attention at the first sight of symptoms. Health officials said early detection and community cooperation remain vital to breaking the chain of transmission. Blessing Obe, Osrc News.
In a compelling display of communal spirit, the Akakpinsha of Ekpinsha, Oba Omoni Yolufumilayo, and residents of the community have mobilized local resources to revive an abandoned road project originally initiated by the Ondo State government. Though the project was approved some years ago, it has been left unattended to. Hence, the people have taken it upon themselves to act, while appealing for government support to bring the project to completion. Osrc's Abidemi Akindotoye reports.
For years, residents of Ekpinsha, a community on the outskirts of Akure, the Ondo State capital, have endured untold hardship due to the deplorable condition of their major access road. The road, part of a government intervention approved over 3 years ago, was abandoned midway, forcing the communities to grapple with poor transportation, stifled economic activity, and declining quality of life.
When the people of Ekpinsha was seeing it, I thought maybe they are playing. Till when I now look at it that we have the upper and the lower one, so that if the vehicle is coming and the two of them merge in that up, it will cause accident. Even though the down, it normally cause accident.
Unwilling to endure further neglect, the Akakpinsha of Ekpinsha, Oba Omoni Yolufunmilayo, led an initiative alongside community members to kickstart the reconstruction using locally sourced resources.
And then we have been trying, consulting the government and the contractor to help us complete the road, but all in vain. But that's why I consult all my communities that with any voluntary donations that we have to contribute and do the stone area which they are now doing to make the road a little bit motorable. And I'm appealing to the state government to assist us in completion of the road.
Visibly frustrated but optimistic, residents shared personal stories of how the bad road has disrupted access to health care, education, and economic opportunities.
They apply this road twice. They will be complaining that they can no longer come to us here, as in to convey our goods from our site to where they want to use it. Then some of us that are using personal cars, it's really affecting us. We have been spending a lot on the vehicle for maintenance.
There's no any other road that leads to Lara here to Baraki. If there's any problem to that express, this is the only way, this is the only road that they can pass through. So many people have been suffering for this road.
Their collective plea is simple but urgent. The government must return to site and fulfill its promise of a completed motorable road.
What I can see now is beyond the capacity of KBAC. What we want the government to do is that they should help us to do the road. We really need it for the development of the town.
The big thanks go to the KBAC because it really coordinates this very place. I wanted to plead to the government so that they should try to help us to finish this work.
With heavy machinery now back at work, thanks to communal efforts, the people of Ikpisha have demonstrated the strength of unity in the face of neglect. However, they insist that lasting progress will only come with renewed government commitment to finish what was started. A safe, accessible road remains a basic need and a shared responsibility. Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
The Ondo community remains one of the areas most prone to flooding in Ondo State, with devastating incidents recorded particularly during the heavy rains of October 2024. As part of efforts to enhance disaster preparedness, the Baptist World Aid Intervention, which supported victims of the 2024 flooding, organized a practical outreach at a civic center in Ondo Town. The aim was to educate residents on how to prepare for and recover from future flood disaster. Our correspondent Abidemi Akinrotoye again reports.
Flooding, a devastating disaster that strikes fear into the hearts of residents in vulnerable areas, often triggered by relentless rainfall and worsened by inadequate drainage. It continues to pose a serious threat to lives and property. As the skies darken again this season, the people of Ondo Kingdom are reminded of the harrowing flood that struck last year, a tragedy that claimed lives, destroyed homes, and left emotional scars across the community.
Hello,
Ondo la wa yo some breakers so ke lewuro road 1 rí o Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o ilé mi bá o ti gbélé mi lọ o church rẹ o ti fọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ dànù.
Survivors of last year's disaster were present at the event, expressing gratitude to Baptist World Aid Convention for its continued support and compassion.
So I lost many things, my children's books, clothes, everything, my refrigerator, everything, generator, everything was damaged. They gave me clothes, books, bags for my children.
It was just a very bitter experience. There's nothing we are able to take out. Everything was covered with the water. My weakness, my own eyes. My property has been taken away by the water. So now, the rain fell this morning now, about 1 a.m. in the morning, my wife had to wake up. He went to go and sit down on a chair because she was troubled. Maybe that kind of disaster will happen again.
A key highlight of the program was the sensitization of attendees on practical flood prevention strategies and resilience building tips delivered by experts and dignitaries.
When it's coming, doesn't know maybe this is one person that built it. We want to make sure that they find a way or means to move. So that is why a lot of houses in this Ondo Kingdom will be building to the line of water.
Do not dare leave when it is raining. When you are traveling, you will see flood, you will see water. You don't know the extent. Don't dare enter into it.
The assistance given to those people in the flood-ravaged area by the Baptist Convention is quite commendable. We applaud them for it. And it is high time, just like they are planning, to sensitize our people about how they can prevent themselves from the effects of flood.
According to the convener, Olawuyi James, the Baptist World Aid Convention is committed to emergency response initiatives and continues to mobilize resources to meet the urgent needs of vulnerable populations.
Of course, we know that the government has a lot of responsibility, but the essence of governance is the welfare and the security of the people. And you know, when it comes to issues like this, it is even both. Flood is a threat to people's security. So government should take it serious.
Also speaking, Chairman of Ondo East Local Government, Joshua Ogunduyilemi, reaffirmed his administration's commitment to tackling the root causes of flooding and improving community well-being at the grassroots level.
So we are trying to make sure that people stop dumping refuse inside the drainage and again start building building houses on the waterways. As soon as we build the house in the waterway, water will find its way and definitely it will lead to flood. So we have been doing that and we will continue to be doing that.
The memories of the devastating flood that occurred last year October are indeed still fresh in the minds of residents of Ondo community. These stakeholders believe that taking proactive steps will help reduce the risk associated with flooding for the safety of all residents. And as the rains intensify, sensitization outreach such as this is a clarion call for action towards preventing another flood disaster. Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
Federal University of Technology Akure graduate Jamiu Bashola, who was recently embroiled in an admission debacle with JAMB over the status of his entrance, said he's almost committed suicide, but bound by his belief and faith in God, he held back the idea and kept praying. Bashola confirmed that his previously locked JAMB portal has been unlocked and his name had now appeared on the matriculation list. The admission issue has surfaced during his final clearance as FUTA's Student Affairs Division informed him that his mobilization for NYSC had been rejected. In a fast-changing world where machines do most of the work, some communities are still holding on to their traditions, not just to make a living, but to keep their culture alive. Palm oil is one of the most widely used oil in the world, but behind this common product is a story of people whose hands and hard work keep the process going. Osrc's Blessing Obe visited Okitipupa and Asian communities in Ondo State, where local producers are using simple tools and teamwork in palm oil production. Her report.
Bags of palm fruits are unpacked, each handful an essential ingredient in producing palm oil. Once unpacked, the palm fruits are loaded into a large metal drum. This is the first step in the oil extraction process. Over an open fire, the palm fruits are heated for about 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending on the volume and intensity of the heat. The boiled palm fruits are transferred into a locally made press, where the rich golden oil is extracted. The extracted oil is returned to the drum and cooked again, this time to remove impurities and enhance its shelf life. Taufik Abdulaziz has been in the palm oil business for over 5 years. He says the venture comes with numerous benefits.
Àkọ́kọ́ nínú àwọn èrè yẹn ni pé oko wúlò fún jíjẹ. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ni pé wọ́n máa fi ń ṣe ọbẹ̀ láti ṣe ọbẹ̀. Àtoríṣiríṣi àwọn nǹkan míì ìbírú àwọn èkùrọ́ tó bá tún jáde ńbẹ̀ ó tún wúlò máa fi ń ṣe èkùrọ́ tó bá wà lára epo yẹn wọ́n fi ń ṣe òróró ní èkùrọ́ tó bá wà nígbà tí wọ́n bá wá ìkó ẹ̀ wọ́n máa ń kó lọ sáwọn iléeṣẹ́ kan náà wọ́n fi ń ṣe òróró ní èkùrọ́ tó wà lára epo náà. Lára àwọn àǹfààní tí ó wà ń bẹ̀ ni ó sì jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé ó ní èrè wà ń bẹ̀ tó pọ̀.
After a few hours of cooking, what emerges is a clear reddish liquid palm oil, ready for use in kitchens, markets, and industries. For Oluwasegun Orogbemi, a young university graduate, palm oil production is a way to tackle unemployment and create economic opportunities.
Involves a lot of money, like you make a lot of money from it legitly. So, and they said whatever you do that you don't stress for, it can last. That's what I believe in. So I believe that when you work hard, you reap the reward. So my advice to the youth is for you to work hard, be productive with something. Not everything comes quick and not everything comes easy. Whatever comes quick doesn't last. That's my own belief.
In an age where sleek machines dominate production lines, the producers here proudly cling to time-honored methods. They believe that these age-old techniques unlock the secret to oil that is fresher, free from chemicals, and pure in every drop.
Àwọn ìyàtọ̀ díẹ̀ tó kàn wá ń bẹ̀ ni pé irú àwọn tí wọ́n bá ṣe pé pẹ̀lú bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe ti bíbà pé ó máa ń pẹ́ tí ò ní tètè ṣí nǹkan tó máa bàjẹ́ tí ò ní tètè bàjẹ́ ju àwọn eléyìí tí wọ́n ṣe pé engine eléyìí lè pẹ́ dáadáa ó lè lo ọdún kan tí ò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó máa ṣe tó bá di pé wọ́n bá ti ṣe tán tó ti wà nínú rọ́bà ọ̀nà nǹkan tó kàn wá ń bẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n ní gbé sí orí ilẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n á gbé pákó sílẹ̀ lẹ̀ wọ́n á tò sórí pákó yẹn ìyẹn ni pé ìyẹn yóò jẹ́ pé kò ní jẹ́ kó nǹkan ṣe kò ní jẹ́ kó bàjẹ́ kó bóyá kó á jẹ́ kó da síbẹ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá ti gbé pákó sílẹ̀ lẹ̀ ìyẹn á gbé sí epo yẹn sórí pákó àwọn àǹfààní tí tó tún wà ń bẹ̀ ni kò sí nǹkan kan tí àwọn ilé tó jẹ́ pé engine ni wọ́n fi ṣíyìn ó ní àwọn àsìkò kan tó jẹ́ pé kò lè pẹ́ tó a fi di pé a ti change ní ojú àwọn ìyàtọ̀ tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni ẹ̀hún.
Palm oil, extracted from the fruits of palm trees, is the most widely consumed vegetable oil in the world. From food to cosmetics and household products, it is present in nearly half of all packaged products on supermarket shelves. Yet, behind this versatile product is a traditional, labor-intensive process, one that continues to sustain local economies and feed millions around the world. Commitments like this contribute to Ondo State being a significant palm oil producer in Nigeria, with large plantations and a thriving local production sector, which requires support from the government and the private sector for sustainability.
One year after his passing, the family of late Clement Akintola Arikawe, a passionate advocate of education and community development, has launched an annual scholarship and merit award to uphold his legacy. According to his wife, Bolaji Akintola, and their children, the late icon was deeply committed to serving humanity. And the departed honor, they are sustaining his life-changing initiatives through the faith-based non-governmental organization. He founded Triple Care Assembly to support the needy. Omoni Olangbeji reports that 20 students of Igbotako Community Grammar School, Igbotako, alongside distinguished personalities who have made remarkable contributions to education, were honored. Her report.
It was a gathering of distinguished personalities at Igbotako Community Grammar School in Okitipupa local government area of Ondo State, as royal fathers of Ikale land and other guests graced the maiden edition of the Barrister Clement Akintola Arikawe Annual Scholarship and Merit Award. The event formed part of activities marking the first remembrance of the renewed revered Ikale son, late Clement Akintola Arikawe. Presentations and activities at the event emphasized the value of education and its critical role in shaping the nation's future. His wife, Bolaji Akintola, and children described him a lover of education, a builder of the future, and a philanthropist who found joy in giving back to society. Their decision to return home and support education is rooted in a shared desire to preserve their father's enduring vision.
It's not only celebrities, footballers, and big brother Naija people that should be celebrated. All these our children that are struggling day in, day out, and we know that they're going to be the future of tomorrow. They should all be celebrated and made to feel well.
This community raised him, this community built him up, and as he left and he went into the world and became successful, he thought of this community. So much so that he effectively left a mandate for his children to give back to this community and create that generational cycle of empowering young people to become great value add to society. And as they become great value add to society, they themselves will now come back and also invest in the youth. So we have a positive cycle of empowering people, and we can uplift the community.
We are here not only for the celebration of life and legacy, but also for the celebration of optimism and opportunity.
Guest speakers including Dr. Kevin Meyenyi, Dr. Idowu Asogbo, Dr. Wuraola Akonde, and the chairman of Okitipupa local government, Andrew Ogunshake, spoke extensively on the importance of community development. Chairman on the occasion, Duro Adeboye, Principal, Igbotako Community Grammar School, Kayode Ogunboye, and other notable figures praised the vision of late Akintola Arekawe and pledged their support to sustain his legacy.
This scholarship and merit award is a testament to Barrister Akintola's dedication to education and community development. I urge the recipients to excel academically and in character.
Are we going to burn the night candle to study, to be somebody in this nation, or we just look for the mundane things of this world? But anybody that looks into this world for the mundane things, will crash in the world and he will never live to achieve his aim.
The only legacy we can give is how to develop the people, and education is the bedrock of development.
Let this scholarship be more than support. Let it be inspiration. Carry his legacy forward in your pursuits and in the integrity with which you live your lives.
Out of 63 students who participated in the scholarship examination, 10 SS3 students received 100,000 naira each for school levies, learning materials, and WAEC fees. In addition, 10 SS2 students received 50,000 naira each, while all participants were given educational items such as school bags, writing materials, and other supplies to encourage academic pursuits. Former teachers and administrative staff who have contributed significantly to educational development in the area were also honored with meritorious awards by Triple Q Assembly. The family pledged to remain committed to sustaining the legacy of the late icon through continuous support and educational empowerment. Omoniola Humbeji, Osrc News.
And that's it on Sunshine Reports. Join us at 6 for another bulletin. Good afternoon.